What's up, everybody? This is Mr. Second Passport. Today I got a great deal for you in a place where I rarely talk about because there's just almost, for many years now, almost nothing available ever for sale. And that is Montanita, one of the top tourist destinations on the whole coast of Ecuador, if not the top uh, in Ecuador. So there's this brand new project, a large one, going in right behind the town. Now you can see here's the town here. If you know Montanita, that's where all the craziness goes on. And what's nice is that this is quite a ways back, so you shouldn't get too much of that noise, but you're still kind of near the ocean here. Um, and here is the way in. It's through the Barrio Tigrillo, if you know that neighborhood area of Montanita, kind of the newer Montanita area, and then you have to come up in here to the Mirador, or the lookout point, and it's right the new one, and it's right in there, right behind the town. It's a huge lot with that's been subdivided into many lots, and it's ready to be sold and booked, reserved right now as we speak. They've just started taking reservations. They're offering 120-meter lots, so pretty small, but big enough for an average sized house with a very tiny little yard. It's obviously being done by Ecuadorians for primarily Ecuadorians. I did talk to one of the owners of the new development going in, and he is Ecuadorian as well. So you can see that kind of in the price point and also the style that they're building this gated community out in, and that is probably smaller lots at a cheaper price, with an ocean view right behind the town of Montanita, something that hasn't really existed in Montanita until now, at least in a large scale, right? So very interesting. Here's the view from the lot and the lots itself. Here you can see the ocean here. You're not too close, so you won't be hearing it too much, right? And that view's a more, what I call a distant ocean view, right? You don't have that, you're not right on top of it, which some people like. But you do get that constant flushing noise when you live right on the ocean too. Here's a view of the lot map itself. So it looks like what, maybe 40 or 50 lots there. And obviously the main point of buying in now is you can reserve your location and get the best views available, right? So that's why it would be a decent idea to kind of book now. I have zero affiliation with this gated community, so you can contact the seller, who works in their sales office in Guayaquil. I believe her name is Karina, and I'll leave her in the description of the video below, where you can email or call her direct. And she told me that you can reserve your specific lot for one as low as $1,000, and then pay the rest gradually. But you want to be careful to try to pay the lion's share of the total lot amount. In this case, they're asking 15,000. When you actually get your lot and are able to occupy it. Why do I like this deal? Because I know Montanita really well, and I know that to find ocean view land in Montanita is rare because it's just kind of flat, and then the mountain goes up in the back, and there hasn't been much building back there, to speak of, and the little bit there has been kind of pricey until now, until this opportunity I'm sharing with you today. So it's definitely an interesting opportunity. So you get that ocean view, that Montanita location, which a lot of people like, especially if you're into like sex, drugs, and rock and roll, that kind of atmosphere, just kind of the younger party atmosphere, but you like that atmosphere. Montanita's probably for you, but you can still, living in a place like this, kind of off the drag. You could still avoid that area, say at night, if you want to. The number two reason, obviously, is that what I was told over the phone is that they do have municipal deeds that they're going to be giving, not communal, for these lots that they're selling. Because if you know Montanita, almost all the land there, for whatever reason, is communally deeded. Most people just have the communal deeds, which is not the proper municipally registered deeds that are advisable. The true deed, you could say, the true, freehold title that we're used to, say, in the States. The communal deed is kind of a rural thing in Ecuador where little communities have formed to deed out the land themselves. And most people can own this way for long periods of time with no problems, but it's just not the same, right, as that municipal deed. And as a foreigner, you're probably better off with the freehold title from the municipal. And the number three reason is that, believe it or not, Montanita is a surf beach, and that's one of the big reasons it came up big over the last 5-10 years in popularity with tourists. It's one of the few beaches, believe it or not, of Ecuador, especially the south coast here, that you can actually surf at. And it's one of the few where beginners can surf at, right? So all these beaches here, up from Vallenita, even Salinas, Ayangue, there's not much surf to speak of, right? And then, you keep going, and even the towns next to Montanita, like if we zoom in here, Manglaralto, which isn't appearing, or Olón, these beachheads, they're not that great for surf. Yampe is kind of bigger surf for more intermediate and advanced surfers. That whole beachhead there, Ayampe to Puerto Rico area. Montanita is one of the few great surf destinations that has a nice beginner area, and it gets more advanced as you go out towards the point of Montanita. So number four, obviously I like the $15,000 price point. Whenever you're buying into a new community that you can't see the promises, it's risky in a place like Ecuador. It's risky, so you want to try to put as little down as possible and just wait it out and see how it goes. And when you can actually see that the gate is in, that they said they're gonna offer, the paved streets with sidewalks are in, the underground electric, even sewer, they said they told me over the phone that they're gonna offer. So when you see some of these things realized and you're actually able to occupy your lot, then you pay the lion's share of the amount due, right? So that's something to keep in mind, because there's always that risk in a place like Ecuador, buying something you can't see. And so obviously that was the point five that I like about this opportunity, that the owners do seem pretty knowledgeable about. They do seem pretty flexible about the opportunity to just pay a little up front and the rest as you go and on delivery. So definitely something, an interesting opportunity for a lot of us out there. And if you like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. It really helps the channel. The seller contact is in the description below if you want to contact them directly. Do your diligence. I have no affiliation with them whatsoever. Just thought I'd share this deal that came across my desk with you. Take care.